So I think the way for LGD to strike back is like later in the mid game with their teamfight presence of this Phoenix and the Bristleback running in and Primal Beast running in. Like that's when they should look to kind of like get their foot back in the game.
Well, one of my favorite moments with TI and the road to TI being here, as we're going to have a pause, even more time to talk about this, is I know it's not showing on screen for you guys, but we got predictions, KZ. Let's go over these real quickly.
Oh, that's true, actually.
What do we got? So, player who gets the longest kill streak.
And now we have to kind of debate who's going to win this game. I think if Gabemen are to win this game, I think this kill streak is definitely going to the TA with the minus armor.
That seems like the easy answer there. I'm with you there. Player with the highest net worth by 25 minutes. Is it Quinn again? I mean, TA certainly has a chance to win that one.
I think so.
Yeah, well, okay, it's going to be all Quinn here. All right. Total number of smoke gain kills by 10 minutes. 0, 1, 2, or 3 plus.
I don't know. My heart is telling me 2.
Okay, we'll go with 2, sure. Total number of tower kills before 25 minutes. Neither team is necessarily the best tower takers.
Yeah, I feel like you're either it's gonna be like 5, 6, or 7. So you're like gonna barely lose depending on which one you take.
We'll do 6 to 10. We'll do that.
Let's go.
All right. There we go. All right, now to the game. Oh, I'm getting in there. Well, anyways, never mind.
Now that we finished the real game with the predictions, let's get into the secondary game, the Dota game.
Ooh, this is Gaming Gladiators. They on the high ground. They were seeing nothing to say in the area, but Primal Beast, he's hogging the tower. He's not playing too dangerous.
Yeah, I think you kind of know what's happening. You know, you've seen it all the time. I also love this change. It's been a while now where the start of the game is nighttime, which just makes it like a lot easier to like try to ambush and like sneak around people. So love this change. Teams have to play a lot more careful, but also be more creative. That's nothing to say. He does not know that they're all there, so he has to be careful.
The battle begins.
Bristleback doesn't even care. Bristleback's meanwhile just back in his lane. The creep wave spawning. Those boundary ruins, we lost the last game and we won the game easily, so we don't care about those.
I like this choice by LGD, and sometimes I wonder like who makes that call. Sometimes it's your offlaner, sometimes it's the post forward, or someone who has a good read. Because Lifestealer, he needs the lane to be very long to like click you and run you down. But by you getting a really good block here early on, it can absolutely change some of these lane matchups.
Sure, and he's getting a great block, and the range creep, of course, out in front. So this is. Look at what TI12 he's doing. He's blocking the range creep himself a little bit, but trying to counter it of sorts. But anyways, we got the mid matchup that we mentioned. It's Quinn versus Nothing to Say. Primal Beast versus the Templar Assassin. And yeah, on paper, it does feel like this should be a pretty successful game for TA. But Primal Beast not afraid early on. He's in the face of TA.
Nothing to say. He's being so annoying. His hero is so big. He's just putting his portrait and his hero continuously on top of these creeps. So he's honestly doing very well. Quinn does have melt now, so he's going to start to pressure back a little bit. But yeah, I think this top lane is going to have a lot of pressure. Like this Skyrev Centaur, if they can like find a go on the CK, I think Shiro definitely has to be careful.
So now it's Gaming Gladiators' turn to take advantage of that Centaur in the laning phase. It did so well on the other side for LGD as the Radiant themselves in game 1. So Ace, he's looking to have that good performance you mentioned with Tofu on Skywrath. Plenty of damage, just consistent damage even coming throughout in that laning phase. Bottom lane, Lifestealer getting a little low there. He'll be fine, but taking some good harassment from the Muerta, who's protecting of course, the Bristleback.
Yeah, like honestly, Bristleback is not weak in this lane. Like I feel like there's some fake matchups as why you smile? See ya.
Okay. Well, there you go. We mentioned the combo, and sure enough, they do end up getting the kill on Phoenix.
Yeah, they must have. Oh, it's early levels of goo by New here in this lane. I love it.
Oh, Vengeful. He's just dead. Yeah, the quills come out, and now Lifestealer has to respect it somewhat too. He pops a magic stick, but I guess with the sustain of the Beast as well, he'll be fine. But yeah, losing his teammate, and we have an early 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, I really love the way they use their spells. Like first, the calling into the dead shot was very good, and also just getting goo on level 2 here on Bristleback. That's just something you don't expect. So like changing your skill build, like without that skill build, they don't get this kill. So it's like a huge swing in this lane.
Bristleback going extra good as far as how the early lane is going. You mentioned Lifestealer ideally need to have that good start. What is the build on Lifestealer? Is it the armlet, more classic stuff there? Or
that's generally what I've seen, right? You still go like your Phase Boots armlet or your Orb of Corrosion Phase Boots, and then most of the time you want to go like the Phase Boots armlet Deso. Maybe because Quinn is going to go Deso, maybe he's going to go like some armlet Radiance. That's still something I have seen. So just something that gets you online in the mid game, and you'll feel good about it.
Keep an eye and see what Lifestealer decides to farm. Mid lane matchup though, you do see Primal Beast trampling on the creeps on the uphill as he's taking a couple of hits, but yeah, Templar Assassin 13-3, Primal Beast 12-2 so far in the early CS. So pretty even, but as the levels start adding up, seems like Quinn should continue to have a pretty solid early game here.
Yeah, I think there's not much really stopping him. So he's going to have a good game. And I think the way that LGD may go about it is like nothing to say. He can't really stop the TA later, but as opposed to the TA, he can gank the side lanes. Like maybe he can go to one of the lanes and get stuff going as new. But that's a quick kill.
It absolutely is. Lifestealer wants the turn kill on Planet, but being slowed down. He does have Rage. He already used it though. Silence comes in from Skywrath, and with Tofu showing up, likely to finish off where it needs one more spell. Planet doing a great job of hiding, but eventually gets killed. Meanwhile, down at the tower, it's a dive for Bristleback, but is this too much? Phoenix also showing up, so suddenly we have a Tri versus Tri lane of sorts. Yeah, both supports from both sides coming down to join the party. Why you smile, he'll be good. But both teams showing that they want to have a brawl down here at the bottom lane, and I guess even trade.
I mean, the two cores in the top lane, right? Like Ace and Shiro, they don't really care. Centaur and CK, they're just going to free farm. So it does free up your supports to like go move around the map a little more. But I do think if LGD want to fight back, you need the Phoenix to get level 3. Like this hero's very weak, like level 1 and 2. But once he gets high level fire spirits, they can definitely fight back in this bottom lane.
Making the way back to the bottom lane are both Phoenix and Muerta. So we continue to have really a Tri versus Tri lane. Coming up on night time as almost at that 5-minute mark, but Skywrath and Vengeful in the jungle in a spot anyone may be coming over. So instead of supports, at least Muerta's going to focus more on stacking. And of course, both teams certainly going to try to get some priority on stacking. Hero like TA on the Radiant side and hero like Bristleback on the other side will certainly benefit from that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you touched on it, right? The stacking is going to be so good in this game. And this dumb bottom, they're trying to like play through new, and you do have the early phase boot, so let's see how this is going to go. Silence is here.
Calling coming out with the dead shot. Bristleback, though. Lifestealer is not worried. He's just sitting on top of the Bristleback. It's not going to be worth the dive, though. Yeah, that would have been risky. It might have been risky still. He'll survive, but takes plenty of damage in response. Dead shot, it's not enough for the kill, but gets him extra low. One shot away from death, but I think he's good unless another dead shot hits. There's no way, right?
Yeah, it's not yet. So nice to try that from Planet. Drops the Observer Ward to then try and get the dead shot off, which he did, and it didn't.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's salve. It saves him. No, he might be in trouble. Primal Beast.
Oh, he planted a ward.
Onslaught goes for the Stampede on top and trample. He wants this kill, but somehow Lifestealer manages to get out of there. I can't believe that ended up being such a close call when it was all said and done, but Lifestealer actually lives.
Thank God he rushed phase boots. He was so dead if he had non-upgraded boots. My God. Also Planet, it looks like he might find another play here. Fairy Fire. Nope,
there you go.
Yeah, so if the Planet hits a few more of those, might do some background checking on my man, guys, because that was some crazy death shot on the Lifestealer.
He's playing Counter-Strike in his off time, apparently. His CS2 came out, so nice warm-up over there. Bristleback. Vengeful Spirit will end up dying. Lifestealer wants to make a play, but again, by himself, can you really expect that to happen? And now,
has no TP.
Zarachio's in trouble. Yeah, no TP. He has a salve. He has wand charges. And he does have TA showing up. Okay, yeah, with Quinn showing up, that changes things. Double damage from TA. You do not want to fight that.
Definitely, I think, good TP by Quinn. Maybe that's something you want to do, like TP out of your mid lane to help your carry, but I think you had to do that. In the meantime, though, they did lose the tower during all of that. Get to, some siege creep shenanigans that were just, like, sitting around. So, still a very big win here for LGD.
Yeah. A bit of distraction. Quinn will make his way back to the mid lane, kill some jungle creeps, but as you pointed out, certainly not the most ideal teleport in terms of a little bit of a time waster, but necessary at the same time.
Absolutely.
Helps keep a Lifestealer alive. So heads back mid, and we'll continue to have that overall, pretty good game. He is up there on the net worth, starting to really jump up there. But speaking of being at the top of the net worth, Centaur, again, back-to-back games, you've seen a Centaur performing very well. Ace in this case. He's got the Vanguard. He's going to be finishing upgrade boot soon. He ain't dying anytime soon at this rate.
Yeah, if he's not getting ganked by the Primal Beast, he'll be fine as Shiro. They're looking for a play on him. If they use Concussive, they'll know the real one. Oh, slight misread.
On paper, should have, but in practice, and you're in the moment, fortunately, you get the illusion.
Yeah, it looked a little bit more like, you know, maybe one or two of them wanted to go, but the other one wasn't sure. But either way, you get him out of the lane. Got a lot of ancient stacks going on, I think, right, for LGD. Like, I continuously see Planet around there. You have Primal Beast there now. I would love to be a support in this LGD draft. Like, nothing to say, hasn't been in mid lane for like 3 minutes. My cores can take ancients. Like, you're just getting so much XP already on these 2 supports on the LGD side. Level 5 on Phoenix.
Yeah, well, actually gets the bounty in right in front of Vengeful. Vengeful, thankfully, does have Centaur nearby to support, and he'll survive this, but close call for the Vengeful Spirit. Both teams continue to be in the same area, though, up at top. Meanwhile, bottom lane, we are looking at Bristleback and the Primal. They're hunting this Lifestealer, but he'll show up in the lane. He is hugging that tier 2 tower. And not going to face them too much. They still just go right on top of him. In comes the Pulverize, and Lifestealer, he's in trouble. Having a pop rage.
Hey, it's gonna
He's
be
got
fine.
Teammate support, and he'll be good, so continued harassment, but no kill for LGD.
Hey, this is what I love from good teams, because I feel like a lot of every player in this game is obviously incredibly good, as is every player at this tournament. But the good teams, like, they're gonna vibe check you all the time. They're like, okay, are you on your toes? Are you gonna pop rage? Are you gonna, like, you know, are you gonna farm the wrong camp? Because if you don't pass the check, they're just gonna keep killing you. But I just love seeing this early aggression.
Yeah, Lifestealer, again, he survives, but yeah, good point. The TP forcing it out and forcing him to continue to play very defensive. It's that mental game as well that certainly comes into play. Of keeping him on his toes and the what if somebody is lurking nearby and am I going to be in trouble here? But continues to farm more creeps out safely at that bottom part of the map. Meanwhile, top lane, Centaur is going to be bullied out as by himself with the Chaos Knight and the Phoenix, and having to respect that damage at least, so he'll fall back to his own tower for now.
Oh yeah, stacks.
There you go.
This is so satisfying. Like, I've played this Bristleback. This hero does get out of control pretty quickly. For gaming, you have nice answers. You have minus armor, you have Lifestealer later on, but even when you have counter, sometimes this hero at 20 minutes, he just gets too strong. So LGD, they're having a very nice setup here for now with the stacks. Going to help him to get to this Axe just ever so much closer and faster.
That hot dog sponsorship, fantastic for a hero like Bristleback, getting that much fatter as a result. Chaos Knight top lane, Sonic this up. Here comes TP support, including Primal Beast. It's taking forever though. They get the kill on the ZK. The stomp hits, but at what cost now for the Centaur, that is. Phoenix getting low himself. Primal Beast onslaught forward. One kill happened. The Pulverize slamming the face in on Skywrath the Mage, but now Primal Beast needs to be careful with TA nearby. Deadshot missing. Primal Beast, he goes down. Quinn, he does plenty of damage. Ends up being 2 for 1. Gaming Gladiators is very happy with the outcome.
Oh, very nice move, but this is not something you honestly see that often, right? You're gonna have your TA like be more just chill and mid. I really like that Gaiman did bring Quinn up top and like kind of make this play, because similarly to last game, Ratio, he needs to recover. He's even queuing up a Midas for now, so them taking this play, killing Shiro, killing the Primal Beast as well, and taking a fight before Phoenix is 6. Really well done by them.
Yeah. And TA back to the mid lane. That tier 2 tower taking some good damage. Muerta doing what she can to hold off the TA for the time being, even throwing out that level 2 calling. But Templar Assassin overall not too phased by it, especially since she has a couple of supports nearby. So this tower is dying. It's a matter of will it be deny or not.
Well,
Fortification.
That might give them the deny. Like, now without the creeps, you can't really play up too much here if you're Quinn. But overall, nice pressure on the tower. It looks like most cores in this game are fairly happy, right? Nothing to say, maybe a little behind, as is Ratio, but they're getting the space to recover right now.
Yeah, back-to-back games. Ratio and the Sven last game, too, was a game of recovery, and ultimately did so well. But we're in that phase now. It feels like we're same case here for his Lifestealer, and is going to be getting, what is he? He did go the Hannah Midas route. So Hannah Midas, was still waiting to see, what direction he goes as far as the impactful items here when it comes to fighting.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't really see Quinn skipping Desolator on TA. There's one region or like some players I think that really liked it. It may have been the SEA region, like Mikoto TA, but I feel like just Deso is too good. So it might just be the Midas Armlet on this Lifestealer, I think. And they're getting good timings. He does have Radiance queued up, which is pretty good, but it leaves him very susceptible. He's not going to have the biggest tankiness. So we'll have to see what he ultimately decides to go for.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting one there. And one of those cases. And I don't know if there's an obvious answer though either, but yeah, is that going to be enough to help break through this bristle pack? I guess more to sustain the long-lasting fights. You can look at it that way, but yeah, this bristle pack on the other side. We talked about the ancient stacks. He's been soaking up, and offlane bristle he has an axe almost. It's getting there.
Yeah,
pretty damn quickly.
Oh, Primal Beast, nothing to say.
Oh, go! That was not the right initiation. He goes into a death trap. He does kill Skywrath, but the egg also. Ooh, it does not connect, though. Good call by Gaming Gladiators, realizing they had to run. Celery makes it out of there initially. Still could be in trouble, though. And he's definitely dead. As soon as Chaos Dice shows up, so they will kill the Vengeful as well. So got two supports in the end, but not the most ideal jump by the Primal Beast.
Yeah, I think Game is still very happy with that move. There was very quick silence from Tofu there on the Primal. Nothing to say to not really let him get off too many of his spells. And then they disengage from the egg with the Stampede. And I was kind of touching on it earlier. We're going to have a very slow, like minute 8 until now, but this game is going to pick up a lot of pace. Dyrachyo. Remember, he cannot rage TP. It will not work against Pulverize.
Yeah, well, it doesn't even get the opportunity at that point, and Pulverize comes out and nothing to say. Gets some pretty quick revenge for his death from just about a minute ago as they take out the Lifestealer. So they catch Dyrachyo with his hand in the cookie jar of sorts over at the right side of the map, and he's going to be delayed for another 20 seconds to continue to try to improve his farm, which, again, got to be frank, it's been a struggle. He's 6th overall still on the network.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not gonna farm. He's not gonna farm there again. I'm pretty sure. Like generally, you want the tier 1 to be down to kind of go there. But what's at least good for him is that his team is still doing very well. Quinn is above the network. You have Ace there as well. You're gonna start to get closer to some of these core items. You've got the Dragonlance, Blink. I think once they have Deso on Quinn, you can definitely start to like really look to play around this Rosh. And I think this generally matches up very well for Radiant TA. It's gonna be a dire Roshan. By that time, between 15 to 20, you always have your Deso. And I think it is so important for them to get that Aegis.
Well, CK popping the Phantasm at the top lane. They know what's on the real one is, though. Skywrath the ultimate, it's not enough damage, and Chaos Knight doesn't even care. He puts the stun forward. They're going to kill the Centaur. Never mind. Swap outs and the kill on CK. Centaur a little too tanky. The greed is real. Coming out from Shiro. They wanted that Centaur dead, but that is a beefy target. He's been eating plenty of hot dogs himself. Planet.
Nothing to say is here.
Nothing to say in the back lines. Going for Skywrath. Will Pulverize. We've got two separate fights really happening. Phoenix able to take her stab away, and Tofu, he'll be fine as well. And nothing to say. He realizes he went a little too far,
stuck
perhaps.
Here. He has no TP. Oh! Tried to tumbler over. It's not big enough.
And darn Roshan Pit getting in the way. There's the flyby. Primal Beast done. He has the active of the Blade Mail, but going to wear off eventually. How much do they respond to this? Chaos Knight, by the way, he's coming back in. He's TPing in. Remember, he died earlier. One more auto attack. No, the heal's not going to be enough. They do get the kill. Lifestealer going in with the Infest Bomb to secure it. Meanwhile, silence on Chaos Knight. Dyrachyo, he wants more. The egg's going to come out, and that Dyrachyo gets melted. This fight is just everlasting. A minute plus.
Well,
now Vengeful
like
probably dead.
The Celery is also going to say goodbye. But yeah, this fight ended up being so long that Shiro could just come back into the fight and use his spells like 8 times.
Yeah. That was a long one, a minute and a half or so. I mean, we pull up the fight recap, and I mean, gold change-wise, basically nothing when it's all said and done. But I mean, from a zoomed-out perspective, again, Lifestealer, yes, he got a kill, but then dying later on, his recovery road continues to be that struggle, 16.5 minutes.
This game is going to continue to be on like the next couple minutes. Speed up this Desolator as fast as possible. Try to get this Roshan, which is why I really like for now what LGD has been doing. Is why you smile. It's going to get caught out. Yeah, like defending this top tower and making it slower and harder for gaming to take over the area. It's definitely very good by them.
Well, they finally get the tier 1 tower and a hero kill out of it as well. So Templar Assassin, Quinn having the top farm, has that blink as we've seen, and Desolator next in line. This is that typical TA build. Dragonlance, Blink, Deso.
Yeah.
just about fully online, and pretty good timing too for Quinn. Look at the teammates, by the way. They're smoked up as 3.
I really like the smoke. Like, you put Quinn into mid, he's going to farm it. If you don't find a kill here, you're still protecting him from just going wherever he wants on the map to speed up the deso. And if you do find someone, which they might...
That's a big one, CK. Is it enough damage? Now's the question. Stampede even used this. Well, they really want this. Double Edge will conclude it, but now the getaway. Ace taking some burn, but not burning enough, and he'll get out. So that's the fantastic kill. Exactly. The smoke play works out to perfection. They get the prime target in that Chaos Knight.
I mean, that's just like one of the best smokes. Like, even if you don't find anything, they got a great ward in mid. You're helping your TA farm. As a matter of fact, you got 2 great wards off, and you get a kill, and you help your TA farm. This is just prime example of one of the best smokes you can go for. As LGD looks like they want to return the favor, go for a smoke of their own.
The Skywrath not as lucrative of a target. Well, that's a bit of a better one. Yep, TA's dead. That's the target they wanted. They also kill Vengeful, and they want more. Skywrath, he's being hunted down. The taunt's coming out. Primal V saying, get over here. Tofu having to accept death at this point. That's an easy kill. 3 kills on the side of LGD, and talk about immediate revenge. The smoke play themselves results in a much better outcome for the side of LGD.
I mean, they did get to just return the favor. I think they just felt very safe. Sometimes you don't expect your enemy team to make this kind of move. May have also been the blink reveal there for nothing to say. And yeah, they just catch Quinn. 3 kills quickly on the deck. As here, yeah, Atos into the blink pulverizer. He's just gone.
No chance to get away at that point. So great initiation. You mentioned the Rod of Atos from Muerta. Fantastic tool coming into play quickly. And this means Roshan is also a freebie for the side of LGD, just like last game. Some free Roshan kills for them, and going to continue that trend here.
This is going to lead into LGD taking Rosh. This is dirty. This is not good news for gaming Gladiators. When you have this TA Venge Slicer, this is the type of timing your entire draft is playing for. So LGD with a huge punish.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Exactly. It's LGD is happy to have it themselves, but the deny on gaming Gladiators from taking it, you could argue, is even that much more impactful. So either way, a bit of a momentum in this game of sorts for LGD. Net worth wise, it's still a very even game. It's just that timing and how do they use this Aegis now themselves. Chaos Knight Shiro has it, and he's already bottom lane with a teammate and at least pushing it out somewhat comfortably for the time being. But we'll see how they progress.
There's going to be a lot about like who gets to hit like in these later stages of the fight. It's like the TA shard as well. I think the silence is very annoying for every single hero in this LGD draft. This looks like Gaming are looking for a similar smoke. Ooh, good blink.
That's the Centaur stomp for you. There's a little bit of that channel up and allows for the blink reaction. It's still very impressive reaction, but at this top tier of play, nothing to say is making it look easy. And so good getaway there. And smoke is going to end up being nothing.
I think the Radiance was completed by the Ratio, so his farm is going to start to spike up a little bit. It's going to help him push out these waves as well. I do like if he's going to go for the shard next. He's going to use Rage to help him move, but he's got to be careful. You better get in that card, my friend.
Well, here we go.
Get
Planet.
in the card.
Planet just, no, not getting in the cart. No infest means no get away for the side of Lifestealer, and that ends up being an easy kill for LGD. He called it Casey, it's just get in the damn cart. Yeah, I guess so.
I cursed him saying, his farm's going to increase now with the Radiance. Yeah, nope. A little bit greedy, but again, this is like what I'm talking about. This is the vibe check. You know, in a pub game, you get away with this stuff. But when you play against the best players who are constantly looking at the map and like where you are, you make this, you're gonna pay the price.
I mean, elsewhere, Ace is finishing. He finished his heart, so they got that. They got Templar Assassin.
He's chilling. Oh yeah, this is a very happy Centaur. I mean, Ace is just continuing to, you know, just he knows exactly what he needs to do to be like top 3 net worth in any game from any type of laning position. So they're still more than fine on gaming. Yeah,
and that's definitely getting out there. It's just gaming Gladiators, nothing to really panic about just yet as far as how things are going. But yeah, Lifestealer certainly wants to find that recovery road some way somehow. Is going to pick up a Wisdom rune, so suppose that could help of sorts somewhat. No Tormentor, though. They're going over as if they may be thinking about it.
Yeah, they do have very good heroes at killing the Tormentor. You have Lifesteal up with Rage, so you're not going to get any spell damage back. You have TA Refraction, so I do like that Darachi is pinging the Tormentor, because honestly, him plus one hero can kill it. Quinn plus any hero can kill it. Honestly, Quinn can even solo kill it, so could definitely help their team to like kind of get back into it. But it looks like Gaimin may want to wait for this TA BKB. Like, you got your Dragonlance, you can do some splitting shenanigans, get the BKB going, and then look for a fight.
So this comes down to, do they have enough of an answer still, though, for this Bristleback? I mean, yes, Centaur is very tanky. Yes, Quinn's farmed on the TA, some good damage output, but is that going to be enough to get through this Bristleback and what he's bringing to the table? The Lotus Orb bags and just being Bristleback in general.
I mean, if they get to hit, yeah, I think it's still okay. The problem is you've got this Phoenix behind him. Like, Sunray is no joke on these tanky heroes, and Ace could be in some trouble.
Okay, we mentioned he's tanky. He's got that heart, and it's showing off so far. Is it going to matter? No. I mean, initially it seemed like he might have been fine, but then the damage really kicked in, and there was no chance. And Bristleback wants some more. Skywrath, he's going to be that more. The TP play once again not going to work, and uh-oh, that's 2 dead, and this is Bristleback for you. He starts building up this momentum. He can stop it. Okay, that was a lot of quills. GA's dead. Yeah, Vengeful's dead. That was a lot of quills.
Yeah, he deserves a tip. He deserves like 8x hot dogs after this game. Like, heat him up already right now, Joey, because my bro, like, this new shard is so good. It puts double goo and a quill on them. He perfectly turned. I mean, I don't want to hype up a Bristleback player too much because we only have so many buttons to use, but he played it well, and this hero is so strong if he gets off to a good start. He's top net worth. Hello, everyone.
And that's, I not to toot my own horn there, but that's what I was kind of talking about. Do they have these answers for? Obviously, that was just a great jump, though, initially by LGD. I mean, getting the Centaur, that's the prime. That allowed them to do everything they did right there, because the Centaur's alive. He has Stampede still, he can be that tanky presence himself, so much different outcome. But you just see right here with the replay, I mean, once he gets
just
going.
Kiting. Yeah, he's just kiting, and now he throws his shard again. It hits everyone, even people in fog. Turns around perfect. He, like,
oh my God.
Quinn even had Refraction. He nearly, like, killed him entirely through Refraction. So, yeah. And you have minus armor against the Centaur with both the CK and the Bristle. So, Gaimin's game plan is kind of falling apart right now.
And unfortunately seems like that for the side of Gaming Gladiators, but LGD, they're feeling pretty good once again. And now Shiro, it's talk about scaling, obviously on the CK. He's going to be building a Blink very soon. He did finish his own heart, which obviously great scaling item on him.
Yeah.
Now with the Blink, so his mobility is that much better too. And it's now, you also now have to deal with him. Up until that point, it feels like it was the Bristleback was the big factor, and now it's both of them.
I think this is why I have a bit of a problem with the Radiance pickup on the Lifestealer. Like, I think you want to double down on the physical damage to help your TA, like, play the same pace, play the same tempo. Because now you have Radiance, but 2 of the Dire heroes, they have Heart. Like, do they care about being Radiance burned? They're healing more than what you're dealing damage, and it's not like the miss chance is that crazy. So yeah. I think LGD are just in an incredible position in this game right now. It's going to be hard for Gaimin to, I think, kick their way back in here.
You see even Chaos Knight just pushing out the mid lane by himself. He got the trap for Templar Assassin with that Axe Shard is making that a bit more annoying, but jump. Okay, that's nice a stomp right there. Muerta about the response with nothing to say. However, Muerta dies. The split though from Chaos Knight. The reflections coming in with the Lotus Orb swap on Ace. Ace is fine for the time being. He already uses Stampede. Pull in once again, this time on a Quinn. Quinn trying to keep his distance. Darachio though in the midst of it, trying to kill Primal Beast. Not enough damage though, infest into TA. And he says, get the hell on out of here, please. I do not want to fight this anymore.
Oh, that'd be good punch back there. Also, nice spell usage, keeping Ace alive with the swap and kind of the Darachi manning up and trying to get a little bit back into this fight. But even New alone, like, he goes in the backline and he forces back 4 heroes.
Yeah, but you do see Gaming Gladiators, Infest still on the TA. They want to make a play with this. They're going to smoke up.
I like this. Quinn is, okay, they find New.
Is it enough? There's the blow up Bristleback, but is Bristleback after all? Yes, they do get the kill. However, more of a response now. He's dead for a minute, by the way. Quinn is low, though. Quinn, the swap in the last second, keeps him alive. Never mind. Pull in from Chaos Knight with the Reality Rift secures the deal. and they do kill TA, so they lose Bristleback, but I think LGD is going to be happy with the outcome.
It just goes like Bristle, Phoenix have really nice synergy. Sure, like Bristle doesn't like necessarily protect your egg by like stunning them, but he can kill them. And Sunray as the Ratio, okay, barely gets out of range. Like Sunray doesn't only heal the Bristle, it puts mischance on the people that are hitting him too. Like he lived for so long on this Bristleback.
And now top lane Lifestealer, all he can do is kind of just watch from a distance right now. As I say that, he runs in and goes and applies the open wounds, but that's just going to be a quick blink away from Primal Beast, and Stacks even being taken out by the Dire team in the Radiant jungle. Feels pretty good for them too. Also those tier 3 tokens dropping.
Yeah.
As you noticed for them as well.
So next objective on the deck, or what both teams will be talking about right now, is Roshan. You have 2 minutes until the Roche respawn. You have a gem picked up on LGD. Love it. You need to secure the Roche area. You need to get the wards out. You're also playing against TA. You need to remove these pesky traps. Because these silences, like let's say the random Phoenix is on some silence trap and he just dies because of it, it can lose you the entire fight.
Yeah. LGD hanging around the Roshan pit. They're hoping for a very fast Roshan. It's going to be the opposite. It's a pretty long one. We still have about 1:45 remaining, so with that yellow timer. So yeah, LGD not having the RNG in their favor, at least in that aspect, but they're going to still group up here and, oh, Lifestealer, they're picking him out. Derecho, oh no, he's going into the jungle right here. He's going to be jumped. There's a split up. Okay, he pops his rage and feeling for him there. That felt like a very close one, but just not enough of a jump.
Gaimin did do a good job at removing like the lane ward earlier on, but it looks like now LGD got themselves another 2 great wards because they just know what's ever so important now in like the next minute when this Roach will respawn. As you know, it's last game they had a Chen creep who could keep scouting. Looks like this time around it's just nothing to say who's gonna commit his body in the Roach pit for the next 1 minute.
It's gonna be almost get confused. You'd look over there. Wait, Roshan's, oh, never mind. It's just Primal Beast.
Gaimin are coming. This is the other thing. They removed the trap. They don't know that Roche isn't up.
They think it might be Ace. He has the infest inside of him. They find Primal Beast. Great target. Easy kill. He is out for 50. Without Primal, certainly not as confident for LGD, but as I say this, they don't care.
Swap.
The egg is out. The swap in. Vengeful, obviously in a bad spot as a result, but doing his job. Quinn getting some auto attacks and a Bristleback, so they lose Vengeful. And it ends up being a 1-for-1 trade, but as on paper, is still looking good for gaming Gladiators.
I mean, Cello's been having some crucial swaps in this game for sure. So Gaimin, they will take this trade. You take out the Primal Beast, it's going to give you some more breathing room. And yeah, by the time Roshan spawns, it's going to go down into the Radiant side, actually. You're going to have to start preparing him down there.
That's a good point. Yeah, you see they're noticing the timer as well. I'm sure it's will they notice Roshan actually spawn here? They don't, but Roshan going to make his way down in 8 seconds. And they'll see that eventually. You look at it is funny how just the whole map shifts. I mean, both teams heading down to the bottom lane now because of the 30-minute mark and daytime being hit. Roshan making his way over. And there you go. Now they'll notice for sure.
LGD used all their wards in the top area, and I don't blame them. You need to set it up over there. It's the Ratio. Looking at you. Stun. Sunray.
Let's make it a bit more difficult to commit to. Jumps inside of Ace, trying to run Lotus Orb, Reflections. Bristleback, you don't care. Still spamming those quills, running forward, going on the Skywrath.
Oh, the backline.
Oh, jeez. The blow up there. Vengeful. Buys back, though, and now Bristleback getting low by Templar Assassin. It's just too much damage. Yeah, 2 different fights taking place. Again, Bristle, he's just harassing.
Zoning them.
He really is.
Oh, I mean, you know, people like want to call this hero like low skill, but like you can really see the difference of like a good Bristle who will get his body in there. Like while Quinn and Celery are fighting, they probably expect their team to be coming, but it's just one Porcupine man who's just keeping his entire team separated.
Yeah, he literally occupied Lifestealer and Centaur that whole fight, even Skywrath. It was 1 versus 3 and allowing his team to then kill the TA in isolation as well as the Vengeful. So, and potentially more importantly, it sets up a free Roshan on top of all of that.
Yep,
and Bristle with an Aegis.
It's Aegis, cheese. It's gonna be more map. You have some tier 3 items. Maybe he can get himself like his hands on another tanky item to help him out as well. I kind of like the Aegis on the Bristle. Honestly, I think it's pretty good. I think CK will live through like the first burst and He can just use the cheese later. New, gonna show you how to kill the Tormentor on his own. Very simple. His team is gonna love that. As Shiro, top net with Hero gets the shard, no problem. I guess everyone else is they already have theirs.
No, not too bad. Increases the cast range of that Chaos Bolt. And of course, Phantasm Illusion on the target. So it's one of those, hey, if he can get it, sure, why not? For free sounds good.
Yeah, it's so, like, honestly, if he stuns Tofu and spawns one Phantasm Illusion, he's gonna drop very low. He might even die.
Yeah. Speaking of the map, once again, you just look at the spread from Gaming Gladiators. They're trying to retreat. Skywrath, this teleport will be successful, but having to make his way back to base. Centaur up north still, but he's trying to farm what would be an Assault Cure. It's certainly good. But just all three lanes are, well, I guess the middle and the top are pushing in favor of the Dire team. The middle specifically, as they're at tier 3.
Okay, looks like they're gonna poke. I don't know if they want to fully commit, but they definitely want to, like, oh my god, see you later.
Well, I kind of mentioned it. Skywrath, he's just dead, and you got to defend this eventually. I mean, they're still not all here. They are starting to TP in, so the tier 3 is dead, and now Fortification. Look at the jump from CK. That is not good. The swap from Vengeful means Quinn's still alive, but committing a BKB to that as well. Not going to have the most tools now to fight this.
This is kind of like game 1. Like, they go high ground. Like, they're kind of slowing it down, but they're using a lot of spells. So now you lose your first rack. So the same problem is going to be thrown at you in 10 seconds. How do you respond here if you're gaming?
Well, they're going to go bottom. Yeah, it really is a deja vu moment of sorts. Chaos Knight, they're trying to blow up him, but with Bristleback then running at you. In fact, Empire Assassin getting locked down now as well. The silence is up. The goose being put out. Will survive just barely. Primal Beast went too deep. Although that Blade Man, got to be careful about that. Ends up dying, though. Buys back aggressively. And he's going to be TPing as close as possible. But LGD wanted to possibly finish this game right here, right now. The Quills, the Bloodstone, as well as mentioned. Tofu will end up falling. And again, Quinn just having to keep too much distance here.
Okay, the Bristle is coming, guys.
Uh-oh, yeah. Again, the two different fights, but now with Bristle showing up, it's one cluster, and that feels like to the advantage of LGD to pulverize. Again, another swap from Celery. Will it really matter in the long run, though, as down goes Vengeful. He's staying out for 75 seconds. Quinn! They get the Life Stealer. That was Life Stealer. Now Quinn is also going to fall. He's staying dead. Double kill for New, and I think this could be the end, KZ.
I mean, he's tanking the Fountain for now. The Ratio, careful. They're being Fountain farmed. Yeah, he got him.
Oh, no. All right, they're just really throwing it at them now. The taunt's coming out. That is going to be official. GG, LGD. 2-0 over Gaming Gladiators. You know, we talked that this is one of the more hype matches throughout all the group stages, it feels like.
Oh, man.
What a way to kick it off. But LGD, they are fighting strong.